Oop. That's fine, we can start. Hello. I'm feeling really tired today. Trying to decide if I might break up my week differently. Like, it actually tells me a lot that I feel kind of burnt right now, that all I want to do is play another video game. That is not normal. I don't even know what I would want to play. And I don't have the brain cells to decide. Maybe I broke my brain playing Awaria yesterday. One of the tricky parts of being your own boss is setting your own hours. Yeah, that's kind of... I've been trying to figure out a good way to do stuff. And I've been trying to get to keeping a regular schedule. If you've noticed, I've been kind of trying to be online Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes on Fridays. And sometimes I've been on Saturdays too. I had a lot of downtime and a lot of, I had to recoup from an injury for a minute. So it's just been coming back and getting right the fuck back to it. I'm a tired little guy. But, I might be able to break stuff up a bit differently. And give myself like a day in the middle of the week. Instead of doing like Saturday through Monday off, I could do a day somewhere in the middle of the week. So I can work 2 days, maybe take Thursday off, and then maybe do Friday and Saturday morning. But we'll see. I've also just had a lot going on IRL that's settling down now, so big stretch. That's a lot of it too. It's been stuff outside of here, but the closer I get to having stuff squared away, the sooner I can kind of just have fun again, and it's been good. I spent the last year decluttering, so I miss having time to make projects, but now I have the space and I know where all my stuff is. I say ironically. Where the fuck is my tablet pen? Hey, it's under my drawing glove. It's like a sign that I should put my fucking drawing glove on, huh? Alright. Oh shit, this is not... oh gosh, we're not at the proper drawing angle. Hey, hang on. Alright. I just had to make sure. I have the controller plugged in to the top port of my computer. So when I dropped it down a little bit, I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to crush my USB port. Why is it? There we go. Boop. Nope. There we go. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and try to finish this. Alright, we got the wrist brace, we got the thing. Boop, boop, boop. Mm. Alright, so let's do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of scoop that over there. Alright. Alright. I do want to see this finished. So... It was fun getting to play Awaria for a little bit, though. Honestly, it made me really want to play something like Dark Souls. Ah! Oh my god. My tablet was not locked in place. I don't want to cell shade this either. I think that's my problem. I offered a commission type I really don't fucking like. And I don't want to do that part. I'm sitting here and I would literally rather, I think, shade this than do cell shading. And that's not... it's more than I got paid to do. But I'm not gonna have fun doing the cell shading. So I don't offer I don't offer cell shading anymore. I might do it when it's needed or like here and there, but I just prefer it like anything but cell shading. It's just not for me. It's a lot of artists are really great at it. I look at the way they do it and I'm like, wow, I wish I could make my stuff look good. And then I try and it looks bad. And I'm like, I hate this and I just want to go back to painting. And that's fine. That's why there's different art styles. Because I can't be good at all of them. And I fucking don't like all of them. I don't like cell shading. I don't. I feel like this, I hate this. I don't want to do this. I will, in fact, shade this faster If I just render it, because I will have more fun. I will just get in the zone instead of sitting here being like, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to have a discussion. Because I don't want to, doing cell shading is what making it, like, it's killing this for me. I love making art so much. If I hit a point where I'm like, I hate this, I'm like, what's wrong? I hate this. This is the best any part of it's looked. Mm. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just gonna come back around and do the shading at the end. I I lied about them being flats, probably. I hate cell shading so much I took it off of my commission sheets. Alright. I have asked the question. said, please, for the love of God, can we make this upgraded because I want to die. No, not really. I'll force myself to do it. I will do the agreed upon contract if that is what we all want to stick to. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. At least I get to remove it from my commission sheet listing. It has a place in like subtly like helping with stuff, but yeah, I fucking hate this. do, do, do. Lucy. The tunnel runner girl, Ula. Is that what her name was? She just kind of reminded me of Lucy. I was invested in beating that game for my artificer. All right. What if I take Rhapsody and we tilt her just a little bit? All right. And I need to like fix the background and stuff. Thighs. What? Oh, it's taking its time. Buffering, buffering. Hey Nittany, how's it going? Dark Souls 1 is pretty fair. It's a slower paced game. I did like it. I did like it. We made it to... Was it the Griffin? God damn it. The Griffin on the roof? Brain go too fast. Smash beginning word with last word. Make new word. The Bell Friends. Yes, yes. I don't think I got to defeat that before the Xbox fried. So... that was kind of the end of that run. But it did let me know I do like that style of game, so I think we could do Elden Ring. But I rage quit Spyro when I was like, ooh, I should have been able to do this level, and doing it with a keyboard and mouse just sucked. And so I was like, I just need to come back with a controller. Well, I have a controller now, and it would be great to see about speedrunning Spyro. Spypone gifted it to me, and it's one of my favorite games, so I'd love to actually finish it, you know? That one's on my list of what, like, I didn't quit it because I didn't want to keep playing it. I quit because my equipment made me quit. All right. Let's see. So we had an issue. Well, not issue, but the commissioner for this character was wondering if I could do something a little bit more with the outfit. The boots were kind of missing, and it just felt like it was kind of lacking a little bit. And I was like, yeah, let me see what I can do. Because I had intended to change the boots to the darker pink from the outfit. Once in a while, you can find other, like, other colors that look good on a character, but I like to find interesting ways to use characters. Like, I don't know, I personally am a fucking gremlin, and I like to hoard clothing that tends to lean in a particular tone of, like, olive green and a few other shades, but there's like chunks of colors that I drift towards that look good on me, even though they're different clothing that I've picked up at different times. But like there's certain shades of like a turquoise or a teal that I like, or different shades of like a fuchsia. And so, like the one around my frame here, and it's the same concept I apply to what if this character wore an outfit that was in the color palette that they like, but they just found it in a different garment, more or less. So that's what I did with this one. And the boots are cute. Wait, these aren't the same length. That's what's looking weird, huh? I can fix that later. Anyways, now we've got a much more balanced, like, her outfit has more going on. Like, she's got leopard print, and she just has a lot of, like, lacing on her boots and everything. Um, and then because they are all brightly colored, I should be able to make, like, the background stage a little bit more, kind of in the shadows, and that will more or less allow for them to stand out, and then I can kind of play with some of the like stage lighting. But I need to see if I can make it not look weird. You're hoping to get back into audio, but you realized your old equipment was making you bad because you would have to wait for stuff to load or save, just taking me out of the zone. Yeah, that's for real. Hey, Bootsy. Hey, Kian. I see you over on YouTube. Thank you for joining. That's equipment has so much to do with things. Like, you don't have to have the best equipment to do good, but you can have good tools that, like, ease the stress levels. I think it took me a long time to feel like I needed to replace my webcam just because it still functioned, but I realized I needed something that could potentially do better for tracking, or if I wanted to record like any other type of videos. If I wanted to record drawing my art like traditionally, I needed something that might be able to capture, that more clearly. And so I just kind of like finally was like, fine, I'll upgrade this. And then when I actually took the time to fucking look, my other webcam, sure, it still worked, but it was 14 years old. And it had just like fallen down so many times at that point that the camera lens was scratched. And so it just, when I looked at it and I like actually blew the image up larger, it was really blurry and it was really hard to see. And I'm like, oh, so it was fine when I used to use my webcam, and it was like a fairly small image in the corner, you know. And when I switched to VTubing, the issue there is that it needs the detail. It doesn't matter if you're going to be a tiny little guy in the corner. It needs to be able to see where your eyes and your mouth and like what movements you're making so it can translate them to your model. And I'm like, oh shit. And so when I finally got some new webcams, I saw a huge increase in just how well my model tracked, because there was more for the tracking software to actually work with. And I was like, oh, geez. And it's like, that's, it's not the only thing I need, but it definitely was a hindrance. And there was a point where I was trying to edit videos when I was using a really old computer, and a friend basically helped me get a better one because I was in tears. I was like, I'm trying to make YouTube videos, I'm trying to do stuff, but every time I was trying to edit things in DaVinci Resolve or Shotcut, it just, the program just crashed. Like, I would be partway through doing stuff and I would add something, and every time I added something or moved it, it would just crash. And ultimately, it's the equipment not working right has led me to give up and back down on making YouTube videos more frequently than anything else. And it's like, currently, it's getting better, and I'm not having as many of the same issues. And I'm just trying to catch up on my backlog some before I can do some of that. But if I'm trying to have the kind of content I want to record, I need somewhere to record it. And I don't have the space. Like, I need an external drive. I'm constantly deleting stuff so that I can essentially do... It's really hard to shoot stuff thing by thing, because then I'm not really able to record any new stuff until I'm finished, like, editing the old stuff, because I have to get rid of everything that I'm working with. But if you know anything about video editing, you have to have your source files. So if I start to edit something and it takes me, another year to get back around, or 6 months or whatever to get back around to finishing that, I can't delete those assets for the next 6 months or whatever till I come back around and finish that video. Or else the video editing software doesn't know where the fuck, like, the media that it's trying to pull went. And it's just like, oh my gosh. So it's like I almost just need storage space just for video recording. I have so much art on my computer. It's a huge sink of space, but like, I need it. I prefer to have a lot of it backed up. There's some stuff I probably just don't need anymore. Like, I can probably go all the way back to ye olden days and like delete videos, and there's probably, I don't know, it records the time lapses, and there's been times I've tried to tell it to like delete the time lapse, but when I load back in, it still has like the time lapse. Like, I could export the time lapse all over again if I wanted to, and I'm like, that's not... Oh. And I'm like, I don't know if I just need to delete some of the Clip Studio files or what, but it's yeah, I'm struggling to create content because I'm running out of space, and when I fill my stuff up too much, then it starts to slow everything down, and I'm just like, ow. Then everything is frustrating because I've got programs crashing. But yeah, so having top of the line equipment doesn't necessarily make or break things. Having functional equipment is the difference between making a thing and making a thing with your sanity intact. You can still do it. You're just gonna test your patience in the process. Which is why ultimately people who really want to do a thing will overcome just about anything to make it like what they want happen. You're hoping to get back into audio, but you realized your old equipment was making you bad. Yep. That's why you want to get more pictures of Dust in modern outfits, what in clothes she would like. Oh yeah, I could imagine. The thing is, your stuff is great for the old free stuff you're using, but the 3D sound and stuff. Oh, we're gonna dismiss the ad. I guess I'm gonna take a quick break. We're gonna run the 3-minute ad so we don't have to deal with it, and I'm gonna go use the restroom. But we have everything started. We have everything going. Um, I think I got a decent stage shape. I'm basically throwing in a background for free on this because it really pulls everything together. So, all right, I'm gonna run the 3-minute ad because then we don't have to deal with it. Like we get one ad, one big ad. YouTube, you don't have ads under my discretion. If you have YouTube Premium though, you don't have to watch me. Uh, wait, you can't watch. Wait, whatever. I'm a tired little Skuttz. Cool. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and then we're we're gonna go to town. I need to fix their faces. And then, oh, I need to add the lyrics. I need to add the lyrics. That would be good. Alright, so I'll be right back. Okay, I return. Man, I fucked up. Everything got wet. I'm soaked. I'm covered in water. Got stuff in my eye. Out of context, that sounds... You know, it was wild. Oh. The smoothie I have, it still doesn't want to... Whatever. I should have grabbed a spoon. Whatever. Alright. That is fine. It gets so warm in here. I was just like, I'll make a nice cold treat. Put it in the fridge. Save it for later. It's a giant... What? It's not going anywhere. I don't have any additional liquid to put in it. Put in a little bit of milk and some yogurt, but that's like all I got. The rest of it's like ice and frozen fruit. I'm like, I guess I'm waiting for the ice to melt. Which, while chilling in the freezer, or fridge, it did not. Alright, let me see if I got any responses back. That's not a real sentence, that's fine. I meant to say she's not too complex or she's not too bad, and I just wrote she's not too complex bad. Just said both. The brain is off today. Maybe the smoothie will help. Maybe I need liquid. Why am I dumb? Please. Which VTuber is using the brain cell today? Because apparently it ain't me. I borrowed it last night. Ow! My funny bone. Oh, I borrowed it last night when I beat a warrior. We're gonna color it. We're gonna shade it. We're gonna shade it. I get to shade it. We don't have to do the flats. I don't have to die inside. I get to live. I get to frolic. I get to shade all the shiny, shiny metal jewelry and grommets. Yes. Yes. See, look, that's the sound you want me to make when I'm working on your commission, okay? You don't want me to be like, oh my god, why is this so shady? You want me to be like, hey, let me shade the shiny saw. That's when you know it's gonna be good. That's why I took cell shading off of my commission sheets. Know your weaknesses. Do not take commission types you do not have fun doing. Otherwise, you'll not have a good time doing commissions. It's pretty straightforward. I was ready to do the job as agreed upon, but I absolutely don't have cell shading listed as a commission type anymore. It's just not my favorite. No. I took the lid off to get at my smoothie. And now I'm the Joker, but with green smoothie on my face. Why so serious? It's too hot out. Oh my god. I'm so glad there's not you can't see this. All right. Hopefully that will melt now. Oh, I gave myself brain freeze. All right. It's better than melting under these lights. Dude. I want a pink zebra romper. I don't know where I want to start. Alright, step one, we're gonna finish fleshing out the stage some. Okay, please don't get all over my face again. Alright, success. Alright. Oh, what do we want to do? Alright, pivot. We're gonna play on the background a little bit. It's pretty good for the most part. I think we just want to do like some little lights. Like, I don't know what does this look like? I don't know. We just need to put some bright, flashy colors coming out of stuff. And then what do I want to do for the backdrop? It's, like indoors somewhere. Hmm. What do we do? What do we put over in the background? I didn't think we'd get this far. Hmm. Still don't know what to do over here. Like, what? I don't go to an... I've been to a handful of concerts. What does a venue look like? I've only seen... I think I've seen The Offspring like 3 times. And then, other than that, I think all the concerts I went to were at like, the Puyallup Fairgrounds. And then I went to one at the Tacoma Dome. I saw AC/DC. Throwing the tablet pen. Ah, yeah. Where do lyrics go? Over top somewhere. The music notes are what remind me. They're supposed to each be singing, a chunk of lyrics, and basically, I want to make sure that the ones they're supposed to be saying kind of fit their mouth shape somehow a little bit. I don't know. I guess it's weird because in theory they wouldn't all be singing at the same time, but... I should get a straw. And then I wouldn't have to, like, wiggle around to drink my smoothie. I could just drink out of the straw. Actually, my neck would love that, too. It's the Uniboard currently using it. Indoors or outdoors for this one? It's an indoor venue. You might make yourself a peach smoothie. Oh, that would be so good if with fresh peaches. Where they fit in. I'll probably do a version without the text and then a version with the text on top. But it's like the lyrics to a song. Alright, let me check the chat real quick. Alright, we're making her gaudy. The lyrics were somewhere at the beginning. Let me just, like, grab them. You know what? Let's just grab the lyrics. Did it work? Oh god, that's a chunk. What is that the right thing? What's that even? Never mind. Hold on. What? Alright, it's being an ass. What if we do it like this? We'll do one. I'm gonna make it... Can we do it like this? Oh, it's because everything's just shoved together. Alright, let's, why is it always like this? I don't know how to make it not do that. Alright, and then I'd like to make it... Why? Skill issue. Oh no, I should have put them in a different order, maybe. Because they say the lines in a particular order, and I fucked up the order. I'm like, I might end up changing how I do this later, but for now, this is gonna be how we do it. Boo boo doo boo. Alright, boo boo doo boo. I might actually end up rearranging some of this so I can fit everything too. This was a big commission. And then I feel like if I do red, it'll be the clearest that it's Artemis's lines because it matches the outfit. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. No, that's not the one I want. Wait. Do 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 do. And then I guess Lucy. Dreams of not being so nervous. She's like, I'm gonna go home, take a shower, I'll work on my Riz. She might be an artificer and good at fixing stuff, but it's the one thing she can't repair. It's the one thing she's good at repairing stuff, but that's the one thing she can't fix. Oh, whatever. I could have said that better. Don't guess. Alright, so let's make the background darker. Alright, I'm gonna save this. Debating taking a minute. I might need to move all of them down. This is why I love digital art. Everything's on its own fucking layers. You ready? Everybody needs to scoot. We scootin'. We scootin'. We scooted. You know what, Rhapsody? What happens if we put Rhapsody over here and Artemis over there? Yeah, I don't know if that feels... Well, Artemis looks too... Wait, they're supposed to be the same height. Yeah. I mean, I think it could work. But no. I definitely made the composition to work better with the poses where they were. It's fine. I did scoot everybody down a little bit. And I'm going to scoot Rhapsody back up a little bit. Alright, so. There's the text. It's lyrics from When I Grow Up by the Pussycat Dolls. Yeah. Man. So my smoothie's green, right? We had this discussion yesterday. It's got strawberry and mango. But then, sorry I sound blibly. But then I put a fistful of spinach in it. And so even though it's like, it tastes like strawberry, banana, mango, it's green. And it's weird. It doesn't taste green. It tastes like it should be like a pink or like a peach kind of color. And so I had some limes in my fridge because I was making tacos. And I was like, what if I put lime in it because it's green? And then the citrus in the fucking smoothie is really good touch. But yeah, adding lime to something that's green made my brain go, yes, it tastes like lime. Yes, green, lime, yes, good. I'm like, that's so weird. It's so weird how the brain works like that. We can also rethink the lyrics if you'd like. That's definitely an option. Yes, this tastes green. Like, I was upset because I put some sardines and some cream cheese and I was eating them on Sun Chips and it tasted good. And if it was pinkish and I thought it was like a salmon dip, I would have been like, hell yes. but because it was like this weird grayish sludge, I was like, oh no. And then I'd eat it, and I'm like, this is delicious, but it looks like I shouldn't eat it. All right. I think I want to work on, we're going to take a break working on the panda one. Or, no, I want, we'll work on the hands. We're going to work on the hands. Right, that's the last ones. Yes, because I was waiting till her outfit was done. So we are there, and it's probably the time for me to do it. Just gonna hide everything in the background that's pissing me off. How is everybody? It's a Friday. We made it to the weekend. We've made it. You survived. Alright, I'm gonna drop the opacity on this. And then do... Wait, what? What's this one then? Is this anything at all? Alright, we're gonna use this one then. I have to find the ref photo, but I already have the ref photo. I will definitely say, like, the amount of times I've even just tried to understand if people are like, oh, it's really difficult to use myself for a ref, and I'm like, I understand, but also it gives you somewhat of an idea of like what direction things should face. Or you might be able to ask a friend, like, hey, I'm trying to get something in this pose. Can you, like, try to... It's funny how many people are like, I want to help you with your drawing. Yes, please. I will be model. And I'm like, yes, thank you. And then I'm like, look at what I drew. And they're like, yeah. Where's my... Oh, no. I didn't favorite. I have to go for a hunt now. Oh my god. I broke Facebook. The only thing Facebook Reels shows me anymore is Vladimir. The guy who dresses up as a chick and trolls people. Oh, Vladimir. I'm like, oh my god, big... sorry, so there was a reaction image, somebody screenshot it, and it just fucking, it got me, and so I saved it on my phone, and I just saw it, and it got me again. Anyways, I really didn't like the YouTube Reel algorithm. It just sucked, and it didn't feed me anything really worthwhile. And then the only thing I guess it figured out that I stick around to watch is Vladimir. I'm like, sure, this is fine. Where the fuck is this ref photo? The good news is, I'm adorable. Do. Take your own refs, I say, buried in all the photos of my refs. Where, what, there, yeah? Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. That's one for Rhapsody. I hate it. Alright, well, that's the ref photo, though. I kind of hate it. Worst case scenario, I guess I can just take another ref after stream. And that is fine. Beep, beep, beep. Alright, give me just a second. I'm almost halfway done with my smoothie. I'm craving the spinach. I need it. It makes my art muscles get big and strong. Yes. Oh, go, go, go. Like, fucking, does anybody even remember Popeye? Jesus. I never thought I'd be guzzling down spinach, though, but I am. Alright. And then it's time for more tacos for dinner, I believe. Yes, tacos forever. I'm on a, like, I'll eat something and I just end up on a kick forever. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna eat tacos. I eat tacos for like 3 weeks straight. I'm like, you know what? Teriyaki sounds good. Eat teriyaki for like 3 weeks straight. Part of it's because I meal prep everything, so I just make my food in bulk, but also I tend to just gravitate towards wanting to eat the same thing. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I feel like over time, as I've gotten slowly better at art, I just add more details. Once upon a time, I used to hide the hands and be like, "Oh yeah, ooh, look, she's got the waves splashed up and covered the mermaid's hands." And then now I'm like, I'm gonna draw the fingernails. I'm like, why? Because I can. Because I can draw the fingernails. Also, because mine are wicked nice, and it always feels crazy to look at them in a ref and then not draw them. A long time ago, I almost put out like a yeah, never mind. Reminisce about times I had more time to do stuff. I wanted to do like a hand tutorial and show like how I break down stuff and look at my references and things, but we'll get there eventually again. It's okay. This has been a year of getting everything ready so that the next year can be one where I start to do all those things. I wanted to get monetized on YouTube by the end of the year. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if that's going to happen, even with multi-streaming. But we can try. We can try. We might be able to hit like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by my birthday next month, which would be crazy fun. It keeps trickling up, and I'm like, ooh. And, yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, what else? It's hard, too, because I'm not sure what kind of things that, like, when you're trying to figure out what your audience is on YouTube, like, I mainly draw art. And it's interesting trying to figure out, like, what kind of, like, YouTube content can like, I have, I have been thinking about it a lot. And there's a lot of things where it's like, I feel like I have, um, like, I have imposter syndrome. Like, I want to do a video on, like, character design and breaking down elements of character design and, like, how I do stuff and think about stuff, but I'm like, oh, I never went to school for that, so, like, I'm not, a trained professional. But I literally make ref sheets as part of what I do for my job. Like, I never started to, like, work in the industry, so I discredited myself as, like, not having anything worthwhile to say. But also I feel like if people thought I made bad characters or didn't have some reasonable taste in character, like, design elements, people wouldn't keep coming to me for ref sheets. It's something that I really enjoy. Like, I like to think about the character and how they would wear stuff, or like what they do functionally, like would this get in the way, or like, you know, yeah. I did the laugh just as you were thinking Popeye. I don't think I did a good one. but I did my best and unpracticed and unprompted, other than by myself, I guess. The random concept. Just I don't know. It's weird. I used to also not really think I liked spinach that much. It was fine in some stuff, or like I liked it in lettuce. I still don't really like just eating like plain spinach, but I love to saute it in just about any dish. And then, gosh, just throwing it in a smoothie is good. But like, it's one of my favorite salad lettuces. I just don't like to eat it like entirely plain by itself. But then again, most people, I guess, don't really like eating fruits or vegetables on their own. I'll eat broccoli straight up. I just fucking love it. I'm like, I am eating a tiny tree. Broccoli and cauliflower are delicious. And I think that I think that I like raw broccoli like the best. Maybe lightly steamed with some butter. But yeah, I don't know. I've always been weird like that. Hmm. Oh yeah. Just not sure if this is. Just give her a cobalt hand. Give kobolds very like bulby fingers. Very bulby fingers. I think I accidentally gave her a kobold thumb. Hmm. But yeah, I've been doing character like I wanted to originally go into doing character design. And I've talked about it briefly before on streams, but the thing that got me kind of thinking about it was actually suddenly finding that Awaria had the art book that was included when you beat the game. And that was a really neat treat because like it made me want to go back and see if I could defeat the game on hard mode to get access to the rest. But I think you can also maybe purchase it. But anyways, I wanted to look at some of the character designs and stuff and more of the process just because I think it's really neat. And yeah, anyways, I've been doing commission art and designing characters for a long time, and I did take art in like school and through high school. So while I feel like I don't quote unquote have like professional training, I'd still have like an understanding of what rhythm and pattern and repetition and color theory and what to like do to make stuff accent and how to make stuff read good emotionally. Um, and so I think I just kind of underwrote what experience I have. Um, I was talking to somebody with it about it, and they're like, it's so you've got wisdom, not intelligence. Like you've got the street smarts, but not the book learned. And I'm like, yeah, that's I guess a good way to put it. Like I've got like experience, but I don't necessarily have it in a way that people would consider classical training. And I don't think that's necessarily good or bad. I think that they're just different things because um, I think art school teaches you to work under like pressure and to produce. But I do think it kind of, if it's anything like what my high school art experience was like, where my teacher was constantly telling me everything I was doing was wrong, and that like, oh, don't draw anime style and like stuff like that. And it's just like, well, what's wrong with me drawing stuff in a way that I like? And now I've progressed past what I would call an anime style, but at the time it's something I was using to get more comfortable with learning like human anatomy. And I used to draw like realistic animals. Like there's like this bobcat I drew for school one time that was just like, we had this I guess they had a taxidermy bobcat that someone had, and they brought it in for us to like use as a live drawing since it was still, or well, it was a still life, I guess, whatever. Anyways, it's it's really impressive. I didn't finish it because it's so good. And I'm like, that's, yeah, that was when I got bored of photorealism, not because I couldn't do it, but because it was just possible. And I was like, okay, so if I wanted to, I could get really good at this. And I decided I wanted to kind of learn more how to do cartoon stuff and use that like photorealistic practice to learn how to shade and stuff better, rather than pushing that to be the main style that I had. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, if somebody wants to have a photorealistic style, that's completely fine. I just personally, there's different challenges. I don't think it's necessarily easy to make something look photorealistic. And I don't want to undercut the amount of time and experience that it takes somebody to be able to do something like that. Just personally, it's not as fulfilling for me compared to trying to pull something from something that doesn't exist. And I tend to use a lot of references from real life photos. Um, but I like to stylize stuff rather than going for too hardcore on the photorealism. And then sometimes I see stuff and I'm like, wow, I wish I'd pursued pushing a photorealistic style, because that drawing or that whatever is just so cool. And then you realize no matter what direction you chase making your art, you're always gonna, like, grass is always greener, you know? What's that meme where it's like the guys with the girl and like he's looking over his shoulder at the other girl? That's like any artist with their current art style and any other artist they admire's art style. They're like, ooh. And it's like, it doesn't matter how good your art is. There's always going to be those moments where someone draws something different than what you do, and you're like, I wish I could do that. And sometimes you can have some kind of flexibility, but if you want to get really good in one direction, you usually have to really try. All right. I like the first hand. I don't like the second hand. Oh, that's so funny. So Deathlight said, you like it steamed better than raw, but you don't need butter with it. The steaming helps get rid of the stronger flavor. If I steam it, I have to put butter on it. But I can eat it raw without anything else. Yeah, he does some really cool stuff. Oh my god. I almost just choked on my smoothie because I thought I saw a spider and I did a double take because I wanted to know what kind of spider it was. I got so excited. I turned my head in the middle of swallowing. I really like spiders, you guys. God. Alright. I need to add a flower to her hair. We're gonna add some accessories to Rhapsody. Alright, alright, alright. I got the game plan. I just knocked my water over, you guys. But it had a lid. Yes. Oh, man. Spidey. It wasn't even a spider. Okay? That's the worst part. It was like a little piece of fucking lint or dust or something. It looks like it's stuck to a spider web. So now I'm gonna go take it down so I quit thinking it's a fucking spider. I'm like, I don't know what debris I blew onto the... I've been having my fan blow. So I must have blown like a dust bunny off the top of something. Because I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, no, it's not. That's a tiny dust bunny. Sigh. Psyduck. Man, I used to hate Psyduck and now I just relate to him hardcore. When we played Pokemon and I caught a Psyduck on the Nuzlocke, the first thing I did was immediately just seek to level up my Psyduck so we could get him to a Golduck so he wouldn't have a migraine anymore because the empathy I have for that. I'm like, no. Buddy, no. Must save you. So we did. And I felt good about it. I had a Golduck. What did we name him? I don't know. Name it Skuttz. Okay. What else should I put on? Oh, I was gonna put up, what do coveralls look like? You think you're an artist and you know what shit is, and then you try to draw it, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Overalls? We're kinda there. It should drop lower at the side. Images. Is there somebody with one with a strap undone? Probably shouldn't have her have a strap undone. It's dangerous. Ugh, I don't even know what I'd try to search to get the result I need. Hey, there's one. Maybe. Damn it. Hmm? This is why I usually just fucking take my own refs. So it looks like I've done it dumb. Okay. I can work with that. I'm not too far off. I'm not too far off. Some minor changes and it will look pretty good. It should probably drop down lower on the side here. What else do we do? That one's really cute. That's not what I need. Alright, I think I got the best one I'm gonna get. Ow. Ew. Oh, wait, I have another one. I found more. Alright, there we go. I had to, grab a different drawing glove. Alright, we'll see what we can do if we don't zoom too far out. I think those fingers are too short. I hate it. Gone. Whoa. Too much. Reel it in. Is this there? Does that look good? I'm a professional. Asks everyone. Does this look good? I don't think it does. I can always come back and draw the last hand later. That's fine. We saved the hand for last. Oh no. Okay. Hands. The ref is kinda... I don't think it'll look good. I think we're just gonna retake this ref. Or, my favorite, since I'm gonna shade it, I just shade it first and then I draw the hand on top. Ah! I'm not even kidding. If I can't, like, work out how to draw something, that's generally shading it somehow. All right. Oh. Alright, so that's one part. Now we should add, she gets a flower in her hair. Eh. Alright, so that's that. And if I'm shading stuff, I'm not going to worry about some of this until, again, I get to the end. I'm shading it. Oh, I'm excited again. I'm excited again. Alright, so that's... Artemis needed that. She needs nothing added. She needs jewelry added, which I can add on top, and then I need to do her face, but that's different. So that means Lucy. Lucy needs her little utility belt. I'm gonna change this to how I think the doodad little latch guy looked. Boom. Fantastic. And I think I'm just gonna add this like that. I think that works. I'm trying to think, like, what do I want to do? I need to maybe need to look at a tool belt. You want to know how it's it's an authentic Skuttz piece when I always do the buckles backwards. I don't know why. Bib overalls? Is that what they're called? Oh gosh, one second. Alright, so I think that's all I really needed to add for her. Oh wait, I forgot to give her like a 10-foot ladder. Just like loop it right through her arm. So go like right there, right? The what? Erase it. There was a whole thing about ladders, I'm sorry. We had a magic item that just spawned a bunch of ladders, and everyone's like, oh, come on, not another ladder. We're talking like a random generated table, trying to remember what the odds were, and it was ridiculous, and we ended up getting so many fucking ladders. And everybody was like, ah, not another ladder. And I'm like, you can never have too many ladders. Just had to lean into, she's very, glass is full. Doesn't matter if it's half full. Doesn't matter if it's half empty. If in fact, if the cup is empty, that just means there's opportunity to put something in the cup. That's how optimistic this little bitch is. Relentless optimism. I think it's one of the reasons I love her. Like, as a character. I liked Unibor Skuttz. But I don't know. There's just something to like I don't know. I'm like, okay, how would I go about solving this? And just coming up with the most ridiculous solution. And it was just a lot of fun. Ladder spotted, right? I kind of want to put a ladder on. Would she have brought a ladder? She technically had a living oh god, what was it? It moved on its own. Floating ladder. She had an emotional support ladder. An animated object. It's one thing that I had a lot of fun when we played those games is our DM would reward creative play with some sort of way to lean into the creativity and the ways we were being creative. And so for Lucy, since I managed to find, like, I found multiple back-to-back solutions. We're like, oh gosh, how are we gonna solve this? I'm like, fucking ladders. Like, what? No, the hole's too deep. We can't climb down with a ladder. Well, what if we tie two ladders together? Yeah, actually, that reaches to the bottom of the hole. All right. We bypassed a whole thing because we just climbed down a ladder. It was just like, what the fuck? And it was just funny. I don't know. The moment, I'm kind of sad that that one wasn't one we recorded playing because I don't have a way of like going back to some of those moments. But it's great. It's the memories will definitely live on. It was a fun campaign. But yeah, so I found enough things to do with a ladder that I got an animated object as a ladder, which I then proceeded to use as much as I could in every situation. I'm like, what? Excuse me. The stupid smoothie made me super phlegmy. Ugh. I do feel so much better having had something to eat, though. I was a hungry Skuttz. I don't know, what else would she do? Lucy, what else would you have on your belt? That's where the wrench goes. Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess I'm giving her a mallet? I don't know, it's crazy. I sometimes think things get a regular hammer. Sometimes things get... You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna give her every kind of hammer. That one's... She's got a little rawhide mallet. And then Lucy's not complicated. Gives her every hammer. Help. It's fine. Lucy just likes a thing and she goes hard, you know? You got ladders, you need 20 ladders. You got a hammer, I got every kind. It's just like me for real. Oh. Alright, so this one's a claw. Oh, where do I put the ball peen? She need a screwdriver? Just give her everything. She's got a flathead Phillips head. Do they even need these? There we go. Lucy, no. There we go. There's all the detail exists in her tool belt. That's she needed a point of interest. You know what? Let's give her like a little you know how you like attach like little charms to things? Give her like a key to like, I don't know, a staff thing at the carnival. And then she gets a little kawaii ladder keychain. Yeah. All right. We literally found, it was like will-o'-the-wisps, and I made an incredibly high arcana check on something about them, and how they like feed off of bad vibes. And so I was just like, well, what if we just overpower it with really good vibes? And so I was like, hey, everybody. It was actually a really cool roleplay moment, too. I think that's another reason we got kind of, like, rewarded for the creativity. But, I was like, hey, everybody, it's these ghosts are, like, bad vibes. And, like, the way we can get rid of them is, like, basically shooing them away with really good vibes. So let's take one thing from our adventure together that reminds us of the best time we've had, and we'll drop it in the hole to try to scare off the ghosts. And it ended up, the roll I got was also really high, and it ended up being successful. But like just the fact that it was like, oh, let's take a moment and like think back on things we've done and think about the stuff that we've picked up and like what it means. And it was fun. It was good. I've been trying to find ways when I'm playing D&D to like bring in other characters and ask them like questions about what they would do or their backstories. And just kind of doing things like that. That way like the DM's not doing all of it all of the time. Lucy is the DM's wingman. She does not have Riz. But she can fix anything, probably. Honestly, a flathead screwdriver and a hammer can do a lot of work. Yes! Oh my goodness. Alright. Cool. Lucy has been spruced up. Looking mighty fine. She's well prepared for any situation, but 3 bards flirting with her. She can fix anything, but how nervous she is. Love the needle nose pliers, too. Hold on. We need to add another belt. Oh. All right. All right. So I actually have a hammer that I got for $1, and it's a fucking multi-tool. It's a hammer and a screwdriver. I can show you guys a picture if you want later. Just post it, share it, something. It's cute. I found it at a yard sale, and I was like, how much do you want for this? And they're like, I don't know. What do you got? And I was like, $1? They're like, sure. I was like, This is my best friend, little hammer. It does everything. And it's so tiny, and I love it so much. I'm gonna sing a little song about it, I guess. It's the best thing ever, okay? I love it. I used to do metal work for somebody, and even back then I found it easier on my wrist to use a shorter hammer instead of a longer, like, ball peen hammer. And so there was one, like, little 6-inch or, like, 5-inch hammer that I got attached to, and I named it Stubby. And years later, I visit the friend again, and we're walking through their, like, metal shop work area. And I'm like, oh, Stubby! And I was like, sorry. And they're like, oh my god, you and that fucking hammer! She was like, I was gonna get rid of it, and then I remembered how much you loved it, and I couldn't. And I was like, yeah! There's a hammer just for me, if I ever go over to that friend's house. You've got one of those that you found in a truck. They're pretty cool. I like it. I like it. It's, it basically goes, if I go out, and I need, like, the little multi-tool on the fly, it's just good to have. I suppose if I went camping, I would take it too. I got another one with it that just isn't, it's handy, but it's not as cool. It's a little more sleek, so I just keep it in my bag. Sometimes I need to fix stuff. It's got the little pliers on it. Someone's jewelry breaks. They're like, oh no. I'm like, hang on, I can fix it. They're like, yay. Whip a plier out of any... Dude, I just pull stuff out of nowhere. They're like, where'd you get that? I'm like, I don't know. I just had it. I haven't had a lot of excessive funds through my life, right? But the times I have acquired things, or people have given me tools because they know I like to make things. People give me a lot of tools and materials because they're like, I don't know what to do with this, but you make art, so here. And I'm just like, oh god, this is mine now. And it's just like, yeah, so I end up just having all this random stuff, or the few times that I have made purchases, like, it's stuff I take care of and I hold on to, so, like, I still have the metalworking pliers I got in high school, and so, like, and they're still in really good condition, and then I have a secondary pair that I picked up, that was like, I don't know, it was like $12 for all three. And I got those back before I got the nice ones. And I use the shitty ones for everything, and I use the nice ones for, like, jewelry stuff only. So that they stay nice and smooth and they don't mar anything when I go to grab, like, soft metals, like, if I were to fix, like, silver, or just, like, even if it's just, like, if it's a nickel silver or something, like, if you create a burr on it, it sucks to have a necklace or a piece of jewelry you used to like, and then all of a sudden now there's, like, a little stabby thing on the jump ring. So I have ones that are specifically for, like, not ruining stuff. And then I have the pliers that are, like, it's like your fabric scissors. You do not use fabric scissors for anything but fabric. And it's like, I don't use those pliers for anything but. Otherwise, I go get my junky pliers. But I've kept all my stuff in good condition through the years. And then, like, I don't know. I didn't buy the box cutter I have. Someone gave it to me. Someone gave me the knife sharpener for the for, like, sharpening the blades so you don't have to replace them constantly, because if you do foam work, it just like destroys. We're gonna come back to this. I don't like the way that's drawn. Forgot what I was talking about at the end. Ah. Those overalls need some cargo pockets. Yes, they do. So they can hold all the pliers. Don't do that. You're gonna erase that part. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I always do stuff backwards. I'm not gonna look up about buckle right now. It's my signature style. Think, or is it the right way? I'm dyslexic. Leave me alone. Every time I think I have it the right way, I'm like, wait, no, wait, no, wait, and I want to flip it again. I keep pulling up the refs and I still just can't remember. I've been doing it wrong so long. Oh, I need to save. All right. I'm gonna draw stuff on top. All right. That smoothie's hitting me. I need a pee break. And then I think I'm ready to come back and tackle at least the hand that I don't hate. And yeah, Lucy, I'm gonna probably give her some cargo pockets, but the way her legs are tilted, it's not really that visible on the sides. So I'll probably just give like a little bit of a silhouette there. All right, I will be right back. How bad's the fan? I can do this for a little bit. Otherwise I have to stay muted. So let me know, but I have to have the door open. It is the only way. All right. These are technically sketches and not line art. Da, 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 da. I want to find some more short games to play. I'm really happy I finished Awaria, but I feel like maybe, I don't know. I tried playing Undertale and I did not make it all the way through. I'm trying to remember what happened. I think maybe I moved, or there was a big life event and it just was a large gap between when I was able to play it again. But that game is so beloved, and I was having fun doing the voices. It was goofy. Stop doing too much. I'll come back and do the later. All right. Is anybody doing anything fun for the long weekend? I keep forgetting it's like it's a holiday. Not having a normal work schedule means I don't necessarily abide by the bank holidays and all that. So sometimes a holiday sneaks up. I went to physical therapy and they were like, "Oh yeah, what are you doing for the weekend?" I'm like, "What?" They're like, "It's Memorial Day." I was like, "Oh, nothing different." It's funny. It's also particularly crazy when everybody else is doing stuff for the holiday. So I'm like, there's not much I want to go do. I guess I don't really have to change that. Do I really have to move it? Could I just do it better? I don't think I'm doing it better. Bum, ba, ba, da, 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 da. It's the weekend. Maybe I should karaoke. That would be some. Ooh. Oh. I feel like I should actually practice so you guys don't think I suck. The only practice I have is when I've been singing karaoke. And normally I sing more, but there's been a lot going on. So, like, I'm not even... not even as warmed up as I usually am. Because I usually sing to myself before I even get online to stream. It's one of the ways I, like, warm up my vocal cords. So I don't sound like too garbage. Only little garbage. Only small trash. Did I fix it? Yeah, more or less. Alright. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Boo-boo-doo-boo. Wrong. I fucked that up. Try it again. Let's do that one over. Just a little bit. Just maybe. Just one more time. Alright. Oops. Yeah, that's it. All right. There. Boob. My internal monologue betrays me. All right. I do think I don't know how bad is the fan. I feel like it's drying my throat out. So as nice it is having the room cooled down, I think I'm gonna turn the fan off. I'm dying over here. Give me just a second. All right. Here is hoping. Lucy came with the wrong tools. She has the right tool for every job but this one. All right. So this one did get larger than it was originally, since I am gonna go ahead and do a little bit more and shade the characters. So it'll let me mull over the background a second too. So we're gonna go ahead and save this one, and this is gonna be where this drawing stops for now. I have one failed to save. Don't know what's happening. It won't save. Why do you mean? What do you mean you won't save? I don't like that. Failed to save file. Why? I don't know why this isn't saving. What? The ladder is not going to get her out of this predicament. What the fuck? So what happens if I just hit Control Save? Why is this happening? Save to a different folder?
Front door.
I don't know why this isn't saving.
Front door.
So the other one just saved. File. Save as. I don't know what else to do. What if I save it in a different folder entirely? Why won't this save? Trying to save it as a PNG. You want to see me not be okay? I can lose a video game all day. I can lose a video game save all day. If I just lost the last almost 4 hours I've been sitting here trying to work on this progressively, I'm gonna be a little upset. I don't know what's happening. It was saving fine before. Oh no. This is actually sucky. Is it just frozen? Did it save? It saved as a PNG. Now, save as. Clip Studio file. Please save. A ladder isn't going to get me out of this predicament either. Did it come? Wait, is it working? Please. God damn it, it won't save. Why? I don't know what's happening. I guess I'm not done working on this one. What the fuck happened? I'm not sure what to do. Did I like run out of save space? I swear to God. I might just have to quit the stream while I try to figure this out. This really sucks. I'm not sure what to do. This sucks. Save everybody as a PNG? No. Oh my God. What do I do? Saving it as a PNG worked. Wait, did it just save? Did it save? It doesn't say PNG and it doesn't have an asterisk. Why did it work that time? I don't know, but I'm gonna save over the backup too. Oh my God, I can breathe. Holy shit, you guys. That's fucking dumb. Scared. Specified file could not be found, may have been whoa, no, it's not. What's wrong with this file? What? I have to be careful because if I fucking close this... What is happening? Oh god, it won't open the files again. I'm scared to close this. I don't know what happened. Did I just lose this file? I swear to God. What do I do? Bro. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what to actually do. I'm afraid if I close this, I'm not going to be able to open it again. Save as, change the name, and try making a new version. I definitely did. That's why this one is named... Oh, you can't see. This one's named Bloopity Doo. Just so it was anything else, and I tried saving it in a different folder. I don't know what's happening. This is fucking dumb. Like, is the file too big to save? How big is this fucking drawing? Did I just make something too huge? Holy shit. Maybe my image is just huge. It's a 15 by 11? What? Wait, what resolution is this in? Whoa, how is it in 600 resolution? Hi. Can we see if changing the resolution will help it save? Yeah, nothing is working so far. I'm trying to save stuff on a different layer, on a different fucking thing, so we'll see. I'm getting very, not happy. It also makes me worried nothing else I just saved will open up again. Oh no, what if nothing else will open? Voice mod, OBS crashed, everything's crashing, what happened? Is stream still there? Everything crashed. Like, everything crashed. Everything froze on my end. Stream is still ticking, so you can hear me? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's actually fucking happening, so... Cool. Nothing's closing. It told me OBS crashed. Everything crashed. This is utterly chaos. New canvas, file, recent was illustration 3. Okay, this one opened. So when I saved stuff over in a new file, it opened. God. I'm gonna copy this over to the new one. And then I'm just gonna save it. I'm dipping. That was my stress test. That was it. That's all I got in me. I don't know if any of these will still actually open next time. I don't know if my resolutions are gonna be messed up. I just have done my best, and I'm gonna say my prayers to the art gods. I'm gonna go use the restroom. And restart my computer because I've literally tried to end OBS and I don't know if we're still going.